How do you feel about building on those grounds that are
You
haunted?
just get rid of what's there and then start fresh.
I don't think that's how ghosts work.
Those things like super dangerous.
Oh, damn, she's on it right now! Oh my gosh!
It says, okay, this is a sticky one.
Oh. Yo, we're gonna let
That actually
Mike
goes
handle
back,
this
yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Punch him in the face. Next one.
Monthly subscriptions are only cheaper if it's for something that you actually use frequently, like razors. That's why Harry's Razors has a monthly subscription that you can start up for just $3 at harrys.com/wideopen. Plus, when it comes to time for refills, you can get them for as little as $2, which is half of what you'd pay for other blades. I love that Harry's Razors have their smooth shave and the blades stay sharp for a long time. If you're on the road, you don't have to worry about packing multiple blades because Harry's blades stay sharp shave after shave. Quit messing around and get a subscription that saves you time and money with Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/wideopen. That's harrys.com/wideopen for a $3 trial set. Thanks, Harry's. When you want to save time and money on food, typically, instead of eating out, you have to cook at home. But with Cook Unity, you can take the cooking out of eating at home. I love that I don't have to cook or sacrifice a tasty meal by eating at home because Cook Unity works with some of the best chefs in micro kitchens that bring me meals straight to my door. So, guys, if you want to also experience chef-quality meals delivered every week right to your door, go to cookunity.com/wideopen or enter code WIDEOPEN before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off. That's 50% off your first week by using code WIDEOPEN or going to cookunity.com/wideopen. Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's podcast. The holidays are the season of giving. Everyone's looking for the perfect gift for others, but don't forget about yourself and give yourself the gift of therapy. I love that BetterHelp is entirely online, and if you're rural like me or don't feel like you have time for therapy, BetterHelp is a great option because it's all online, flexible, and suited to your schedule, and easy to get started. It's the season of giving. Give to yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/wideopen today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/wideopen. Thanks, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this week's podcast.
What up, guys? Welcome back to the Life Wide Open podcast. What are we, number 106 on this one? It's a
106,
Saturday
baby.
right now. The Vikings just played. They just lost.
Classic.
And
How many podcasts
I
have
know.
started out like that?
It's tough, man.
Fresh off of a loss.
getting that, yeah.
Just getting that out of the way.
Cracking the last Tony in existence.
Is it really?
Yeah, I was wondering, where'd you find that thing?
Cool. Well, Ryan actually found them, but in a cooler, like from the summer. So they
Yeah.
might be a little.
They're skunked, but when Tony's skunk, they ferment because the alcohol is from sugar, so they get stronger. Like, I bet you that thing's running at least 11% right now.
Really?
Yeah, no, they get the job done.
There's only one.
The story behind the Tonys is there's a TikToker. His name is Two Turn Tony. Shout out Two Turn. And he sent us an entire pallet of his drink, Two Turn Tony teas. And they lasted us. You would think that an entire pallet, it was 204 cases, would last a long time. Didn't.
No,
Didn't last so long.
we blew through them. I mean, we were pretty cavalier about giving them away because we wanted everybody to try it. But what'd they make it? 3 months?
3
Yeah,
months.
3 months,
3
man.
months max.
And that's
yeah.
the last one.
This is the last
was
one,
hidden
as far
somewhere.
as I know.
I hope you enjoy that.
The last
will.
melon.
I don't know what's happening this winter. There is no winter. I feel like Cindy Lou Who in The Grinch, singing "Where Are You Christmas?" That's how I feel right now.
And I feel like I'm getting old because I'm like, as a young kid, if it doesn't snow before Christmas, I'm upset. I'm actually
for sure.
upset. But now I'm just like, roads are nice.
Yeah, I'm
You
not
know,
like
if we,
that mad
If we
about
need
it.
snow, obviously at some point we're gonna need snow for the content that we make. But I'm like, if we need snow, like we'll go out west. But
We'll get it.
it's crazy.
Winter came, the lakes froze, and then fall came back. The lakes unfroze.
It rained.
They're all unfrozen. So we're gonna potentially go surfing on Christmas.
I'm so excited. That could be the best Christmas gift that I could ever
so
receive.
sick.
Half the lake is frozen and half the lake is water. So the other morning I was coming to work. One half of the lake had a boat on it. There's guys out there fishing in a boat.
What?
Dude,
And then on the
fishermen love
other
to
half,
fish.
there was 2 guys in a
Ice
spear
fishing.
house ice
love it.
fishing.
Dude, fishermen just love to fish.
I know.
Yeah.
And they love thin ice almost more than us.
This is true.
It'll be interesting, though, when we take your boat out on Christmas. Hopefully we don't find any icebergs.
Yeah.
I was
pull a
thinking
Titanic.
about that.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, are we going to use your boat? It's easier to get out. It probably surfs better, but it sounds like you kind of just offered up.
I mean, it was your brilliant idea, so I'll let you.
Can't argue with that.
I was thinking about this, though. I was playing this out of my head. I was like, okay, so let's just say we hit an iceberg in the middle of the lake.
Mm-hmm.
The boat goes down. Like, how far are you making it swimming it in that water? Like, it's 33 degrees.
True.
Well,
Like put the
depends.
life jacket on and you'll make it.
Yeah, you'd be
We've
fine.
been
You got
doing
the
the
ice
ice
shelf.
baths.
How many people lived from the Titanic? I've actually never even seen the movie.
I haven't.
Really?
I haven't either.
No.
Wait.
Wow. Ryan's the
Yeah.
only one who's seen this.
Cut the
It's a
frickin'
long
podcast.
movie.
I haven't seen
Sit
so many
down. We're
classics.
watching the Titanic tonight, boys.
That's what I say too. I go, okay, so it's kind of like they made like a romantic movie.
Yeah.
I'm like,
See,
3
that's
hours?
where I'm not that interested in
3
it.
hours.
2,200 people and passengers and crew were on the Titanic. 706 survived.
Wow.
How
Wow,
did
they only had
survive?
2,200 people on there. I thought there was more people on that.
That's quite a
Ships
bit.
weren't that big back. Like a cruise ship today is huge compared to like what the Titanic was.
Yeah.
And that was like a big ship back then.
How did they survive? Who saved them?
They have lifeboats.
Is there any people that
but
are
like you're in the middle of
Yeah, there's,
it was
there's
in the middle of like the Antarctic, right?
yeah, but back then it was like the only way to get between the U.S. and Europe was by boat. So like there's boats going back and forth all the time. It's kind of like today there's planes going back and forth between the U.S. and Europe all the time, but a boat can stop.
So they just called other boats in, and then they just
Yeah, they
saved them.
just like sent out a distress signal and took a little bit. But
Like I wonder how
Like
long these people were floating.
the Titanic was on like at the bottom of the sea by the time they showed up.
But that only took like 11 minutes or something ridiculous, right? Or was that a long sinking? Was it the
don't-
Edmund Fitzgerald that
I don't
sank
know.
fast?
I don't know about that.
Was it this year that the whole like Ocean Gate thing happened?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the submarine?
Yeah, that was this year.
Man, isn't it crazy to think like how much stuff has happened this year? Like how many memes have been born, and it just seems like you live like 1 week at a time for whatever like the whole news is fixated on.
Exactly. Can
it's hard
pull
to
up the
remember.
meme. Each year somebody does a meme calendar, and then you can keep track.
That's
And
yes,
it's so
that's
fun
how you,
because
like,
it takes
recall.
you back
Yeah.
to like, oh yeah, I remember when Ocean Gate was a meme.
man, the world moves quick.
It does.
Really
But yeah,
does.
I love how like all.
Okay,
yeah,
January
yeah.
was the cop. That one, classic.
Classic.
Good start,
That is a
dude.
Yeah,
classic.
this is good.
Space Balloon,
Yeah.
Silicon Valley Bank, Bud Light when Bud Light went down, Gorlock the Destroyer.
Man, she was that big of a deal, huh?
No, big deal, bro.
Sexy.
June
submarine.
makes sense. July.
Have you,
Dude, I haven't
have
even
you seen that video?
No,
Ben?
I haven't.
I've never seen the full video,
What?
but I just
Okay,
don't know. I've
it's
just
just-
heard in the back, that motherfucker is not real.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
I've
know
seen it.
about you. Yeah.
But that person is not real. Yeah, she was tweaking, dude. I feel bad for her.
Yeah, but why was she tweaking?
Probably has mental illness or was on some kind of drugs.
She was just tweaking.
No, she just looks
Yeah,
like a Karen.
She was just like.
No,
tweaking.
she's well. It's
then-
funny. She looks like one there, but I don't think she was on every other.
I think
She's
she just
owning
had like
it,
a
though.
mental breakdown. on
She,
the
Yeah, like
She ended up posting some TikToks and this
Classic.
newfound fame, and she seemed chill.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, she's
She
probably got
didn't
a
seem
PR
chilled
team.
there.
She's got a PR team
Yeah.
now that's like, all right, so here's your 12-month strategy to recover from
Yeah.
this.
and we have the merch drop going live this Tuesday.
What is August?
Yeah,
What is this one?
I have no idea what
I
that
don't
is.
know. I don't remember that one.
I kind of want to see what's going on there.
Zoom in on it, screenshot it, and then go to Google, and then just pop it in Google.
Crazy that you can do that.
Yeah, I use it all the time.
really.
I've actually I've never really used it, but
Dude, I
I
use
know
it
it's powerful.
if I'm watching something or like anything comes across, I guess, my phone, and I don't want to take the time to like research what
Type out
this is.
words?
Yeah. yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
that's probably a better way to put it.
Sometimes you can't.
Cheer wielding man, folding chair in Alabama brawl.
Oh man, they went
I've never seen
WWE
this.
on it.
I don't think I have either.
That's his weapon of choice, the folding chair.
He watched too much WWE.
Yeah,
growing
him and
up.
John Cena both.
How did this one make the yearly meme calendar, but we've never heard about it?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess anybody can make a meme calendar,
Yeah,
so
that's true.
anybody can put their meme on it.
Oh shit, it's not video.
Should have known that we couldn't have gotten trustworthy news from CNN.
Oh, Ryan, you're just trying to backtrack after they found
ain't
out
gonna
you
find it
voted
on
for
this
Hillary
page,
last-
guys.
Yeah, I
last
know.
Podcast.
I left that in because Ben went, "Oh, I don't want you to get everybody to think you did," but apparently everybody
took that
blacked
part out.
No, I left it in, and everybody thinks I did now.
Because I cleared it up for you. I go, Ryan didn't, and
Yeah.
then you took my part out, I think.
Oh.
Because I remember listening back, I was like, damn, he did himself dirty.
I was very confused by that. I even gave you an out.
WWE's
His name was
fucking
Reggie
calling
Ray.
that guy.
Different
September-
That's a
I
good
think that
wrestler
one's-
name too, Reggie Ray.
That is a good wrestler.
That was
name.
when they lost the fighter jet and
Oh,
they asked
yeah.
the public to help find it.
Dude, what is
Oh,
up
yeah.
with that?
Yeah,
that
that's
one
insane.
was like almost so bizarre. It came across my screen and I was like, well, this isn't. This
Yeah, there's
isn't-
gotta
this
be
shouldn't
something
right.
more to
Like,
this.
I think the funniest one is the cop in January.
in January. That was a good
I
start to
actually
the
did-
year.
What's
Of
going
course.
on over there?
They've been overusing that picture of her face for so long, and I just saw another one on Snapchat. Like, what's she up to now?
Yeah,
I'm
what
like,
is she up to?
I didn't watch it. I'm like, who the fuck cares?
That one just had trains calendar 2023. That was her. That's fucking savage. Mike was cleaning out his little side-by-side unit that he bought from his grandpa, and he pulls out of the glove box. What was it depicting? It was like a drawn picture.
Yeah, it was like I didn't get it. It was like a funeral, and it said cost for the Norsemen, like, I don't know, people from Norway. It was $4.79 for the funeral. Cost for Italians was $479, and cost for Jewish people were $4,007. I didn't get it at all.
And that was a picture of like an elaborate funeral, and I was like, man, dude, Grandpa was showing people memes.
We were just cracking up about that. Let's say like it gets a good laugh from his buddy, John, and he's like, "Oh, John loved it. I got to print out 10 more of these things so I have them on deck."
Around. It was
like,
all folded up, like you can tell he put that shit in his wallet.
Yep.
He had it
And was
ready.
like, I can't wait to take this to the Steam Threshers reunion. Like, Corey's gonna love this, dude.
Yeah, it is.
Dale.
it's like
It's
his
like
memes
the
before.
it's like the revolution of getting a chuckle out of your buddy. Now you just send it to him over,
Instagram.
messages.
Flash
The
on your phone.
revolution
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
revolution,
but like
dude.
people,
The evolution.
fuck, God. Yeah. It's bad when CJ is correcting me.
revolution.
Oh my God.
I quit.
Wow,
dude. You
dude.
guys are too far
is-
gone.
This is bad times, dude. Holy shit.
You know how we talked a couple podcasts about my broken car, how I crashed it. I took out a green box. That's what did that damage.
Yeah.
But I got a bill the other day from the internet company, and I was like, this is weird. Why did I get a bill? Like, my mom they sent it to my like home house. I was just confused. Why am I getting a bill from Arvig? And then it said like pedestal
No
rebuild.
shit.
No
Yeah.
way.
How much?
800.
What?
Yeah.
How they find you?
I don't know.
It's hard
Probably
to
because
say,
the
man.
podcast?
Oh, man. Who would have thought putting it
I
out on
honestly,
the internet?
I think it's from the podcast, or they it was kind of by the roadhouse, so maybe they were like yellow car, like there's.
Maybe you should pay it, Mike.
I'll probably pay it.
You know what's funny, though, is I wonder, like, if a snowplow hit it.
I
That's
wonder
what I'm
I
that
saying.
get
too.
it. I get
It's
it.
a
though.
public
Oh, you're
service.
saying-
It's a public
I thought
utility,
you were
isn't
like-
it?
No.
I thought you
No,
were
they're private.
creating like
They're
a little
private
narrative
utility?
here.
No, I'm just, like if a snowplow hit it, like, do they send the county a bill?
I mean,
It was an
pretty
accident.
far off the road.
You're lucky to be alive. That was an accident.
Yeah, they put it in
that
a bad
box
spot.
could have hurt you. It destroyed your car. You should send them
You
a
should
bill for
send
your
them
car.
a bill for your car. Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
The box hit my car.
I think that was the worst part. Had I not hit the box, I'd be looking at less damages, obviously.
Exactly.
You know what,
Ridiculous.
though? Ryan and Mike. Ryan,
What?
you're pretty heated here. Mike, maybe just pay it because I don't want them cutting off our fucking Wi-Fi.
No, I already wrote the check, but
So Adam, the guy who bought the SEMA truck,
Yeah.
Oh, did
That
he
was
make
fun.
it home?
Yeah,
yeah, he's on his way. He loves it.
Oh,
Absolutely
good.
loves it. He's texting me about it. He's like, it drives great. Like, everyone is giving me thumbs up. I'm like, yeah, dude, you can't
Amazing.
go anywhere in that truck without getting attention. He was
kidding.
so yeah, he loved it.
He's happy. Oh,
Oh,
that's
he's so
awesome.
happy about
He
it.
made it back to Florida.
yeah, he flew up here and I guess is in the process of driving it all the way back to Florida, and he's just stoked. Him and a buddy came up, and he's like, yeah, dude. His buddy was saying, he's like, dude, he just loves you guys, and this is a huge opportunity for him. I'm like,
Oh, really?
69,000.
That's cool. Yeah, what a deal on that truck, too.
That was a good deal.
That was a good deal. Good for him.
So
His buddy was like, do not get the hype of this truck. I personally would never buy it, and I think it's ugly.
Buddy
He
did pull up
said
in a
that? He
Nissan
said that.
Altima,
He
though,
said that to
so
me.
yeah,
no
I'd have
offense
been
to
like,
Buddy.
bro,
No,
you
actually,
drove
I don't
up
know
in a
if he did say
Nissan
that.
Altima.
I don't know if he did say that to me, but he said it to him, I think. He was like, I would not buy this, but he loves you guys.
Man.
Wow.
In my head, I was like, damn, Nissan Altima. That's pretty basic.
Yeah.
However,
was that his actual car? Or was that just a rental car?
it was
No,
his.
they drove
However,
up from Chicago. That's where that guy lived.
He
What's wrong
works
with the Nissan Altima?
There's nothing wrong with
Nothing.
it, especially when you work for Nissan corporate.
Well, yeah,
and they
there
give
we
you
go.
that car.
They
Yeah,
didn't
I'd
even
be
give him
that's
a
true.
Maxima?
Well, what are you going to drive, a GTR?
That'd be great. That'd be better than an Altima. I'm not saying there's
350Z?
nothing wrong with an Altima. You just can't criticize another man's vehicle
right.
when you roll
Precisely.
up in a maroon Altima.
Precisely. And he was a great dude.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
both.
Just
they were
little
both.
jibber jabber here.
Yeah.
I seen this clip a few times now, just coming off like the roasting a Nissan, I guess. But Marquise Brown, like
Brownlee.
very hot take. Brownlee, yeah, very hot take. He goes, hot take, but a Nissan's never made a good track car. I don't like GTR. And everyone's like, whoa.
That is
and then,
a hot
And then they
take.
like clipped it over with some hard song of like all the sweet race cars Nissan's built. I'm like, you can't say that.
That is a
dude.
pretty hot
That's
take.
a bold statement. Nissan's made some insane race cars over the years.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where he's got that from, but
Yeah, I mean, between all of their GTRs, I mean, from the beginning,
Yeah.
like they were pretty revolutionary.
pretty evolution.
No, revolutionary.
Kind of
Yeah.
evolutionary.
The
too.
correct term.
They were revolutionary. So Ken, your mom came over the other day and like dropped off your Christmas presents or something.
No, it was Christmas decorations.
Oh,
That-
She wanted me to have a stocking on our fireplace.
yeah,
Aw.
you need one, dude.
Put
That's
it up.
nice.
Alex said they're just for decoration,
well, that's fine.
The stockings.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they
did
are.
you?
and then they're not going
Versus
to
what?
match, and then it's going to be weird.
Oh, so
I think that's
Did you
fine.
put it up downstairs though? You have your own.
There you go.
No, not
Ken,
yet.
why don't you go hang it up at your new house?
haven't
And
brought it
when do
home
you
yet.
want me to help you move into that place?
When are you leaving?
Maybe 3 years.
3 years?
3 years,
I
maybe.
can handle that.
You are a patient man, Mike.
she looks at me after she got Ken the stocking and goes, "You probably don't even have one there." And I was like, "No, I don't." But
Oh, I thought it was
man.
your Christmas gift. So I was like, so Ken's not going to Christmas, huh?
We gotta get Ken's mom on the pod.
Oh, I would love to. Is your mom busy right now?
Call her
I'm
up.
sure she's doing something. I think she had what was it today? It's like their garden club thing.
Sounds about
It's
right.
December.
Sounds about right.
It's December.
They're preparing, Ryan.
They got to get these gardens ready for April.
You're
Hey.
right. I'm sorry. That's why I'm not in the club.
Prior preparation prevents piss poor performance, Ryan.
Prior preparation prevents piss poor
Yeah,
performance.
yeah. They call that the.
The 4 Ps.
It's actually the six
The
piece.
6 Ps. Monthly subscriptions, unless you're subscribing to this podcast for free, cost you money each and every month, and they really only make sense for things that you use all the time, like razor blades. With Harry's, you get high-quality, German-engineered blades right to your door. Every order saves you money compared to the big brand that most guys are used to buying. Get them as low as $2 per blade at harrys.com/wide open. I got my first set of blades from Harry's Razors a few months ago, and gosh, do I love them. I love how they look good and they have a high quality look in my bathroom, but also how they perform. My skin is less irritated and I get a closer shave and the blades stay sharper longer. But guys, a smooth shave shouldn't be rough on your wallet, and you can get a $13 value for just $3 at harrys.com/wide open. That kit includes a 5-blade German engineered razor, weighted handles, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. And after that, set up refills for as low as $2, half of what you'd pay for some other blades. Harry's extends their product line into creams, washes, lotions. They keep you healthy and hydrated, and there really is no reason not to try Harry's. They are offering up a no-risk trial, and if you guys don't like your shave, no worries, it's on them. Get a subscription that saves you time and money with Harry's. Get started with a $13 trial set for just $3 at harrys.com/wide open. That's harrys.com/wide open for a $3 trial set. If you're like me, cooking at home is what you do when you want to save money and are willing to sacrifice some flavor and diverse food choices to benefit your wallet. But with Cook Unity, you no longer have to make that decision. Cook Unity is the first chef-to-you service delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week. And it's cheaper than many other delivery options. Go to cookunity.com/wide open or enter code WIDE OPEN before checkout for 50% off your first week. Cook Unity is literally perfect for me. I love that it eliminates me cooking, and I can still eat at home, and it saves me money while doing it. In many aspects, it's even cheaper than other delivery meal options, and it saves me the step of cooking, most importantly. With Cook Unity, there's no cooking required for chef-quality dining experiences right at home. Unlike other meal services, Cook Unity is a chef collective, bringing exciting culinary talent straight to your table, and Cook Unity works with some of the best chefs in the country to bring creative, delicious meals to you every week. So guys, experience chef quality meals every week delivered straight to your door. Go to cookunity.com/wide open or enter code WIDE OPEN before checkout for 50% off your first week. That's 50% off your first week by using code WIDE OPEN or going to cookunity.com/wide open. Thanks, Cook Unity.
Rules to live
Yeah.
by.
Your mom pulled up in a new car.
Yeah, she tried to hide it.
She tried to
does
hide it
not-
from you?
She was like, I want to buy a new car, but I want your advice on a new car. And I was like, okay, you know, when you get back from Alaska, I'll help you go car shopping.
Ken thinking
And
about
then
all
she
the
just goes and buys a Subaru.
But she had previously had a Subaru that she sold because she didn't like it, right?
Yeah.
So
Oh,
how does
that's
she like this one?
she's gonna like it for about 6 months, and then she's gonna hate it, think it's the worst car in the world. She's gonna sell it, and then think it was the best car in the world.
Oh, so
that's what she's done with every car for the last 20 years.
Well, she's already
Did
reached
you ever
the
try
hate it
lemon
point.
law?
No.
So she was saying that there's AI in there because she's a pretty big conspiracy theorist, and she thinks that the Chinese are listening to her, or that the AI is trying to get her.
I'm sure they are.
You know what'd be funny is if we like hid a hidden camera and then like a little speaker in there, and then like had like a Chinese person speaking into it.
The Bluetooth device.
She would just,
That
she'd
would
go
be
just
good.
like, what?
Dude, that would be funny.
We
Think
stopped
she'd hate
pranking
us.
Ken and we start pranking his family members. They're just like, what the fuck is this?
I'm not sure if Carolyn even knows that we have a YouTube channel.
She it takes a little bit of explaining what we've been up to. But
I'm sure.
I mean,
It does.
That's a pretty fair statement for anyone, though.
So it does surprise me that you bought a house right next to your family.
it's a
Actually,
good deal.
it was good enough that the family being next door overrode it.
I mean, I can build a wall.
Ken's gonna build a wall.
I
so
love
he
that.
separates his family
Not
from
just a fence, like a some
yeah,
high,
like something,
modernized looking
something
wall.
Trump would build.
Yeah, that really would put a weird like thing in the family because they are about building the wall, but then also they're like, but the wall separates me from Ken.
No, the rest of them they love open walls.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So the wall would also piss them off if you
Yeah.
put it between the two of you. Oh, okay. My bad. Didn't know that.
I think that'd be pretty funny, though, Ken.
I think
the
that'd be
first
par for
day,
the course.
the
for
first day
Ken.
you get in there, you build a massive brick wall.
Can't see over it. Can't,
They're just like shadowed from the sun. Like it's just like they have no sunlight anywhere on their property because it's so big.
At the top, Ken just puts barbed wire too.
yeah. It doesn't even look pretty. It looks like it's trying to stop bad people.
Well, it just has to look good on my side.
We got to go over there, Ken. I got to check that place out.
I want to demolish it before summer. So.
Let's get to it. Let's go over there right now and destroy
Drive
it.
the limo through it.
Brain starts racing when you say stuff like that,
Yeah,
Ken.
we should open up like
Pretty good about that.
have like a driving range in there, like for
That would be
for
funny.
cars and golf balls.
Oh
there
my
is like
gosh.
a
That'd be a
half
great bit.
basement, so you drive a car in there, it is gonna like fall through the floor. I almost guarantee.
I take it that it's pretty old.
Oh yeah, nobody's lived in there in
Oh.
probably 10, 15 years. There's mold all over the place. There's dead mice all over the floors.
Stinky.
It needs to be. It's not salvageable.
You could save it till Halloween and run a little haunted
Ah,
house.
yeah.
There we
Little
go.
side biz.
Dude, I was on the outside of it. His curtains are like just like deteriorating.
Ooh,
Oh, it probably is haunted.
really?
Like,
How do you
it's-
feel about building on those grounds that are
I mean,
haunted?
just get rid of what's there and then start fresh.
I don't think that's how ghosts work.
I agree.
Yeah, they go with the house. The house disappears.
Not sure if they like that.
What about the hallowed grounds?
Yeah.
I don't believe in that.
Ken, we got to check the walls before we start tearing that thing down. I could see there being some like money or some hidden valuables in there.
Or we might have to call Evan. There might be asbestos.
Yeah, man. You know, Mike's turning you into the county, dude. That is a brutal job.
So how's the farm coming along? I haven't been over there in probably 3
Looks
weeks.
good.
Oh, is it really?
I mean,
Have
yeah,
they painted the shipping containers yet?
Not yet.
No.
Oh,
Well, that will really start changing it. But they're
gonna
going to
go
start
over there after
sheetrocking
this.
this week.
really?
Yeah.
They're chipping away.
Damn. Yeah, we got to go check that out.
Yeah, the farm remodel's coming along. It just, when it was here, it was like you were so involved in it, but you can almost kind of forget about it over there, which
We
is
don't
nice
do anything over there.
because we can keep our work flowing here. But I try to go over there at least every other night and check up on it. And it's so fun having something like progressively
Yeah, you get
changing
to
like
see.
that. You can physically watch the change happening,
Yep.
which is pretty legit. I had to take a break this week editing and do a little dirt work in the skid steer. It's like therapeutic for your soul, man. You get in some heavy machinery and mindlessly operate it. Felt good.
I think even doing manual labor, me personally, I don't want to do that every single day. But like, you spend, let's say, one day doing some good manual labor. Like for instance, us cutting all the ice with the chainsaws and then using the that's quite a bit of
Fun.
like
Work,
like physical labor, or even just like helping like my dad build a brick retaining wall, let's say, or shovel out some stuff. It just feels good. Like it's rewarding.
It
Like when you
does.
get done, and it's also just good for you.
That just comes down to I guess the main thing you could equate that to is like mowing. When you quit mowing, we don't mow our lawn anymore.
Evan does.
Well, Evan mows it here, but it just reminded me of like 2 Chainz. What have you been up to, 2 Chainz? He's like, I bought a lawnmower. He's like, ever since, he's like, I lived in an apartment, and then when I was rapping, I got money, and then I never mowed my own lawn. I've never mowed my own lawn before.
That's crazy.
So he got a lawnmower and mowed it, and I'm like, every man should at least mow.
I wonder
his
if we
lawn
have
a
any
couple
friends that have never mowed.
times. I'd be curious.
I'm sure
There's
there's
just
somebody.
one of those things
there's
you gotta
somebody
do.
that's just been
In the city.
just pampered,
Boys.
never mowed before.
I guess if you grow up in
That's what I
an
mean, yeah.
apartment.
Well, yeah,
Or
but I
like
mean,
a development where they mow your own lawn or something. Yeah.
True. That brings up a good point. Yesterday, I spent all day around here cleaning, basically, and it's one of the most therapeutic things to do is clean, but it's also on like the same token draining. Like I have this weird balance where when I'm working or have other work to do, it's like, damn, I really could be doing the state sales tax, but also the shop floor needs to be scrubbed. So I think I'm going to do that instead.
Yeah.
And then you tend to put yourself further behind. And it's something that I really, really struggle with is trying to find the balance of like cleaning up around here and keeping the shop in order so we can do other things. And then also doing the tasks that are on like your secondary to-do list, you know?
Cleaning the floor, mindless. Those are the best jobs when you're trying to like get away from the stuff
the
you have to
tasks
do
you
that
really have to
takes
do, take
all
brain.
your
Yeah.
brain. But yeah, it was like you cleaning the shipping container. It was like you're taking all the stuff out. You're like, this is going great. And then as soon as you had to start thinking, what should we keep? What should we?
Oh, then
how
it
should I?
sucked,
And then
dude.
you're like, I don't want to do this.
I got
anymore.
everything outside and I almost just quit right there. But I was like, damn, I ruined the whole shop. It's so dirty
gotta
right now.
go
I
back.
have to finish.
We got one of those. It's basically like a push lawnmower, but it's a sweeper. It's got like two little
floor
things in it.
scrubber.
Oh yeah.
Sweeps
Oh,
it up.
and the sweeper.
Shout
yeah,
out,
you're right.
shout out Brenco for that. They
Yeah.
hooked it up, dude. That
With the scrubber.
Well,
So
for the
dope.
scrubber, but
Yeah, oh,
the
yeah, sorry, yeah.
the pusher sweeper, and you just literally just push it around like it's a lawnmower, and it sweeps up the floor. So nice.
It's amazing.
I love doing that after like a long day of editing. It's so therapeutic.
That's
really
what I
is.
mean.
So
It's like
nice.
this therapy for it.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than cleaning the garage.
Besides for drinking beer in it, Ryan.
Well, you
Well,
can
that's
do
true.
that at the same time,
Yeah.
though.
Exactly.
true.
And you've
Drinking and
got to
pushing.
clean the garage to drink beer in it, I feel like.
one job
some
that
point.
I hope that I stop enjoying at some point, but my therapeutic job is breaking down boxes. I just love
wow. Dude,
grabbing the empty
Ken just
boxes.
perked up. Back
Yeah,
there.
yeah, just throwing the utility knife in them, breaking them down. It makes it feel like there's that was the end of the process. The merch came in the boxes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just love breaking down boxes. And I sing a little song, breaking down boxes, breaking down boxes.
Never heard that.
Yeah, no, I made it up.
Oh.
I made it up.
Okay.
What do you do that's therapeutic, CJ?
I'd say working
Yeah,
out is
yeah,
probably
for
my
you, for
most
sure.
therapeutic thing. You know, just go to the gym, which for me, it's probably not the same as other people. Like most people hate going to the gym, where I'm just going there, like I'm just kind of like maintaining. I'm just doing like bench, whatever. I'm not pushing myself that hard, but I'm listening to a
'Cause it's
podcast.
I've
therapeutic.
always wondered what you do.
I'm listening to a podcast. I mean, I'm still putting in work, but I'm not like hating it, you know? Like, I'm
Yeah,
not,
you aren't
like-
going, leaving,
No,
trying to
yeah.
keep your heart rate above 85% for the
Yeah,
hour and a
like-
half.
Yeah, it's just nice. I
It
don't
makes sense. I remember and I'm in no position to like say anything about what you do at the gym, but the few times that I went with you, I'm like, damn, like CJ just chilling over there. Like chilling now. Look at him. He's chilling again over there now.
know. Well, you gotta get a
but-
rest in between
But then,
sets.
but then as soon as you told you're like, I do the gym differently. It's therapeutic for me. I'm like, makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Dude, that's
Whoa.
me in my sauna. Like, it's like the absolute best thing ever. Turn that thing on, sit there and just watch it warm up. So excited to hop in it. Sometimes I'll just turn it on and hop in it. 'Cause it's just nice sitting in there. And then by the time it's warm, I'm ready to get out. I just love it. It's the best.
I'm trying to get one of
Very
those.
therapeutic. I was in the sauna with Gavin the other day, and we like chat quite a bit throughout the day, and then we both got in the sauna.
Just
I like
quiet
15
time.
minutes, just didn't speak.
Dude, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Sitting in there and just
Sweating.
chilling,
Yeah.
sweating, and
And your hands are too sweaty to go on your phone, so yeah, you might play some music, but no music at that point. But yeah, you're not like, in the hot tub, like you keep your hands out so you can go on your phone, which I enjoy. But like in the sauna, your hands are too sweaty to operate it.
yeah, I pop my phone up and I just watch something.
It's interesting how much phones have changed the game for hanging out. Like hangs aren't as good anymore because the phone is so accessible, and even just a few minutes, like right now when we're all sitting, nobody's looking at our phone because we're chatting. But if you're at dinner and even one person pulls out the phone for just a little bit, it's like a ripple effect.
Gateway drug to other people.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then someone goes, "Oh well, Mike's on his phone. I'll check my Instagram quick." And then before you know it, the other two are like, "Oh shit, well they're on their phone. I'll grab mine." And you just fall out of the conversation.
Yeah.
It's honestly like sad. I feel like.
And
No.
and the few times that we do the stack, stack your phones in the middle, we talked about that before.
It's great.
It works. 100% of the time when we put our phones in the middle, the conversation gets better.
Obviously the phone use, but extremely annoying when we're watching a movie and you like look around and like half the people are on their phones. You're like, you're not even watching the movie.
At a theater, you're saying?
No, I'm
Or
talking
just
like
when you're
sometimes
on the
like we do.
couch?
Like if me and Alex say
Mhm.
like sit down to watch a movie and she's like, let's watch a movie, let's do whatever. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. I'm
Watching
prepared
the
to
movie.
watch and
The
pay
movie.
attention, but you just go on your phone, you're like, you're not watching the movie.
Movie.
Like sometimes when we go over to your house and have like theater nights, sometimes half the people are on their phones. I'm like,
It just kind of like ruins
what the
the
fuck
vibe
are we doing
of
here? Like no
what
one's
we're-
even paying attention.
Exactly. And then you're like, well, damn, I'll just watch the movie I want to watch. Fuck,
Yeah,
fuck
like,
this
I'm,
movie
I'm
that we all
sitting here watching a
collectively-
movie because you
That-
guys all want to watch
yeah.
it and you guys aren't even watching it.
When
Yep.
you try to come together and pick a movie, but yeah, like no one's caring.
Yeah.
And you're like, especially if it's a movie you vouch for too. You're like, come on.
I think it's difficult with us because we spend so much time together that even, let's say,
That is a big part.
airport or a dinner and stuff like that isn't necessarily special. Not that it's not important, but we're just like, I spent 12 hours with the boys today. Dinner is just the final step to me going home and then getting on with whatever I got to do.
Yeah.
So we're a little more apt to go on our phone, but I think when we don't and we do the phone stack, we have this game that we play when we go out to eat where everybody takes their phone, they put it in a stack, and you can't touch it because likely your phone is in the middle of the stack and,
And
you
there
make a
is a
scene.
consequence for if you do touch it.
Yeah, what is it? Is it shots or pay for dinner?
Either or.
We only do that though when we have like, let's say our girlfriends or
Exactly,
friends outside of this. But like if we all just went out to lunch, I would literally not care if you guys are on your phone.
No, for sure not.
But,
I actually-
but if you got like other, like you should pay attention and try to be present in the moment and give it your all.
Yeah, I think the looking at your phone, looking for some type of, whether it be like
Stimulation.
dopamine, stimulation, something like that, and then it takes away the fun from whatever you're actually doing. Like I've noticed that when I get in these like black holes of like constantly looking at my phone, even like I'm working or we're doing something and you're like, hey, go grab a jump pack, and I'll like run over there and then I'll look at my phone quick, and it just takes you out of the moment you're living in.
And the worst part is that, I mean, I'll speak personally. I can't stop doing it.
I know.
Yeah, it takes you away from the moment so bad, whether it's really quick or for a long time.
Well, you guys are Whoop guys now, but do you think, Mike, having an Apple Watch makes it better or worse for looking at your phone?
Better because I'd say better because, yeah, again, your phone doesn't light up when you're wearing your watch. Notifications come on your phone, and then
What you're getting?
whatever you're getting, you know what you're getting, and you don't take your phone out, and you also can't scroll Instagram or Facebook Marketplace. You can't do that on your watch, so it's not going to make me do that anymore.
Yeah, the issue with the Whoop though is then you're just constantly checking your stats.
Yeah, it's like
Really?
gamifying.
Yeah, I'm
I
wondering.
mean, yeah.
I like the Whoop because it's like anything, dude. It just provides stats to like your life, for instance, and basically the way you're living, and then it gamifies trying to be healthier, which is good for you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like when you play Call of Duty at the end of the round, or the game, you get you watch it go up a little bit. It gives you your points and how much more you need to get ranked up. I'd say it's kind of the same. Like that is what made Call of Duty addicting for me.
For sure.
This is kind of the same way. Like you're like trying to get better sleep. You're like trying to figure out how to just be healthier.
Yeah, with the sleep too, they do sleep debt. So if you get 7 hours of sleep one night,
Oh.
you're supposed to get
A little more.
Let's just say 7 hours and 45 minutes. And so then you're in debt 45 minutes. And then if it continues to add up throughout the week, and then at the end of the week, you're in debt 3 hours, 4 hours to your body, then you can sleep in a little bit, bring it back to, where you're supposed to be at.
I like that. That's cool.
Interesting.
I just think it's a big thing. Like everyone is trying to be healthier nowadays. Like it's seriously amazing. But
sure.
just the Fitbits, the Whoops, even the Apple Watch, like all these things that provide statistics and basically gamify life is contributing a
better.
pretty fair role to it.
I feel what makes you interested, and you can see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because even if you were every day, you're like, okay, I'm going to go for a walk. But then when you can see your steps or your hour counter
Yeah.
or whatever, it's adds up.
Yep.
That's nice. Dude, today, this is very out of pocket for me, considering I haven't done this in 2.5 years. I was just I didn't know there was a Vikings game today. I was waiting for you guys. I was like, man, I got pretty much everything I was doing done. And I'm like, I'm going to go run a mile. on the
Really?
Did?
on the treadmill.
Oh, we didn't have a treadmill.
Didn't have it.
Fuck.
I went downstairs into the workout room and I was like, oh yeah, we used our treadmill for a stupid
should've
bit.
just ran
Dude,
outside.
the eggs.
Thanks to BetterHelp for sponsoring today's podcast. The holidays are the season of giving. Everyone's looking for the perfect gift for others, but don't forget about yourself and give yourself the gift of therapy. We spend so much time giving ourselves to others, whether it be traveling, separate Christmases, or maybe missing a loved one. So please don't forget to focus on yourself and give back to you this season with BetterHelp. Remember to give yourself some love this holiday season and do it with BetterHelp. If you're ready to make the step to therapy, BetterHelp is a fantastic option. I love that BetterHelp is entirely online, and if you're rural like me or don't feel like you have time for therapy, BetterHelp is a great option because it's all online, flexible, and suited to your schedule, and easy to get started. Just fill out a brief questionnaire and they will get you matched with a licensed therapist, and you can get started working towards your best self. BetterHelp is here to manage your feelings and empower you to be the best version of yourself. It's the season of giving. Give to yourself what you need with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/wideopen today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/wideopen. Thanks, BetterHelp, for sponsoring this week's podcast.
No, and then I thought about that. I'm like, well, I'm not going to go run outside. But I was seeing if I was just looking on Facebook Marketplace. Is it cool if I pick up another treadmill? A couple $100.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
I
a good one though.
Yeah,
we should
yeah,
get one
yeah,
here.
yeah. Get a good one.
Dude, Greta got a treadmill. Oh, I've told this. I guess she got a Peloton treadmill.
Those things like super dangerous. They were like all recalled.
Really?
We gotta call Greta.
Oh, damn, she's on
better
it right
stop
now.
her right now.
Oh, my gosh.
Ben just throws his headphones off, sprints to his truck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A kid died on one, so they like recalled all of them.
How?
Thank God, dude. Kids are dying from pop and soda and candy at an alarming rate, but a
treadmills.
treadmill takes one out.
He should have stayed on the couch and played video games.
He was trying to ride his pit bike on the treadmill.
No, he had it at full speed and he just kept rolling. Like,
He got like he got pulled underneath it.
And they ate it. Ate him up.
He ate him.
How old was he?
Do they have that's super sad.
Yeah, that
Oh,
is
baby.
sad. He must have been really young.
It doesn't say, but then
Oh, that's
there's
disgusting.
87 other people got injured from it.
Interesting.
Oh my God.
You know
that's
what though?
a terrible
Dude,
way.
I'm not surprised one bit because me, my dad, and I had to call in Justin to move this treadmill down my stairs, bro. It legit had to have weighed 500 pounds. Maybe not that much, but it was so
It was a
heavy.
full 3-man
So
job.
heavy. So anyway, next time you want to run, Mike, you can just come to my house and use a treadmill.
And use the
But I gotta
sauna
have
right
you sign the waiver.
Yeah, of
I
course.
gotta have you
Kidding.
sign, obviously. You know.
Are you gonna
but
run on that treadmill too, Ben?
I probably should. I don't know. We'll see.
Have you used
Probably
it
will
yet?
at some point.
I have not used it yet, but I set it up like 14 minutes before I came here to film
Oh,
this
wow.
podcast.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
so I have a
Okay.
pretty valid excuse today. It was gnarly though. I literally thought I was gonna have to call you guys in for backup
Really? Is
too.
that big?
I was like, this might be a 5-man job. My dad is like, call everyone you know.
Not that I've had to do it really at all, but like there's something about me that just I don't want to call you guys to help me move stuff. It's one thing if I'm like, hey, I just need help for 5 hours. I'm moving like everything out of there. That's one thing because you either are gonna be like, I'm in or I'm out
for 5
But
hours.
what if I'm like, hey, I need to move a couch? Like the next time you're in Fargo, can we meet up?
I
Bring the
get that.
couch
I'd
in.
help you.
I know
I'd
you
help you
would.
too.
I don't like asking for that stuff.
It's
but-
because I get what you're saying, and I've dealt with the same thing just moving into my house. It's because I ask so much of you guys every single day.
Yeah,
I feel
that
like
is.
you don't
Gotta
owe,
draw
you,
the
you
line
don't
somewhere.
yeah, you do actually.
Yeah.
You don't owe me like one more
Yeah.
thing, especially on your free time.
Yeah.
So, like,
that's it.
You
That
know,
is
That's
it.
that's what
you just
I.
nailed
That's
it.
why I never ask either. Just because I'm like getting some free time. I'm not trying to have them waste it trying to help me. You know.
Yeah, and I feel bad too because I've called Justin a couple times, but
Yeah,
but he lives right
Yeah,
by
he's
me.
in
You
the
owe
area.
him.
He's
You owe him a
close
case
by.
of beer.
I do owe him a case, and every time he comes over, I give him a hug and I go, "Bro, I am so sorry, but this is one heavy bitch, dude." Because last time
Justin's at home right now, icing his back.
he helped me move in my sauna. I swear, bro.
The poor guy even got to
He
use
lost
it.
so much trust in me after that one.
Did
Because
you
I was
not
like,
tell him what he's moving before he comes over?
I said it's a sauna, but it shouldn't be that bad.
Oh, yeah,
And
that's
dude,
for sure.
it was
No, but
gnarly.
He's
well, I
been,
bet he's gonna be pumped for your new safe.
oh gosh, yeah, that's the cherry on top. All right, it's a gun.
man,
it's a gun
Justin
safe.
would legit block me.
Yeah.
I've got this in-room 72 gun safe. Can you help me carry it down the stairs? I don't want
we
to tear
need
up the yard.
We need
like-
to do it today because they're cementing the walls around it tomorrow. He's
Is
like,
anyone-
how big is this?
So it's me, you, and who else? Just us.
Oh,
Yeah.
Greta will help
Says
swap
only
the
12
walls.
pounds.
Yeah, I go, Greta. You look okay.
Yeah, that is crazy when people have to like crane them in while they're like building the house. I guess gun
pretty
safety.
smart.
and
I know,
regular
that
safety.
is cool. I was watching
it
a
is cool.
Flair video and he got like a Mac Daddy safe.
And
they had to
craned
build
it in.
They had to build it around like the house around the
So
safe.
cool.
That's so baller.
I don't know if it does, but that's gotta like essentially bring the value of the house up. Not a lot, but it's a little bit.
I'd
You're like,
say,
I
yeah,
got a
for
built-in
sure.
massive safe.
Can you get out of the safe if you were in it?
Probably not.
Oh, that's a good question. Why are you asking?
Well, I was thinking it could double as like a safe room.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Well, obviously safe, but like a like a bunker room or like a tornado room or
I
something
don't know.
like that, right?
I feel like there should be if it's that big.
It would make sense. Like, what if like a breeze came and blew that door
Locked
shut?
you in there. You didn't have a phone.
Oh
you
my
were a
gosh.
single man.
Yeah, that's a good question. Think too, if you
There we
go
go.
missing, I guarantee if they came and checked out your house, they wouldn't look in your
And they
safe.
can't get
Yeah,
in your
they
safe.
don't know the code.
Yeah,
That'd be a
safe.
bad,
Oh my gosh.
bad
It's-
deal.
But let's say they do get up to the safe and you weren't yelling at the time because you've been in there for 48 hours or whatever.
they
But
probably wouldn't hear anyway.
that's what I'm saying. It's like a super nice safe. So you're like, I'm in here. And they just like,
yeah, you're like, damn it, why? I didn't need this fucking safe to begin with.
Or like, what if a tornado rolls through, knocks out like all the cell towers, the power, and you get locked in there, and like the house collapses around it? What do you do?
And you're just done.
Man, shit, dude. I don't know.
So unbelievable.
You probably do the same
fucked
thing as
through,
the first scenario, just sitting there and
Ken,
waiting for
does
someone to come.
your house have a safe that you bought?
Fuck no.
Because, like, well, yeah, what if the hypothetical person we're speaking of was trapped in there and then they just went, oh, yeah, he disappeared, but we can't get in the safe because he had a big code, and then he's in your house.
How long would you last?
Oh,
Oxygen.
this is a
It's-
great
it's an
question.
oxygen.
Horror movie scenario, let's say zombie apocalypse. Not what are you doing, how long you want to live.
how long do I
Oh,
want to?
dude, I think about this a lot, actually.
Every time I watch a
think
scary
about
movie.
this a lot. Like, if a zombie apocalypse comes, one, am I ready? Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
But two, do I even want to live?
I would. I'd fight back.
So you're a fighter.
I'd see how long we could go
And
for.
what are you doing? Where are
I'm
you
doing
going?
something sick,
You'd be
dude.
freaking traveling with other people that are not infected yet, and you'd be fucking walking dead.
Yeah,
up
dude,
in
they
that
don't
bitch,
make any
shooting.
movies about the people who quit. They make them about the winners.
You just lay down. Like what? You just go find a zombie. Oh, give
No, I
up.
do something
No,
sick. I'd
no,
like hop
I've
in-
just thought about, like, how prepared do you want to be?
Oh, I guess I'm
Like-
not going to be prepared for that. I'm not going to waste my time.
Like,
getting prepared
obviously,
for that.
you're going to have the
We'll deal
will
with that
to
when it
fight,
comes.
but, like, the doomsday preppers, like,
Mm.
what state of mind are they in? Because, like, what's the volcano that if it erupts, the entire world is fucked?
Yellowstone.
Is
I
that
mean,
what
you're
it
kinda
is? Straight up
done
Yellowstone?
It's straight up Yellowstone.
Okay,
Straight up
all right.
Yellowstone.
This
The whole-
season on
is the
Yellowstone. Rip. Yellowstone's going to explode. God damn it, John.
If that volcano
Bet
erupts,
you
the
go
whole
over,
world,
boy. This is Jamie's work. This is Jamie's work. I'm going to kill that
I think
bitch.
like basically everybody.
Pretty good.
I think like everyone within like 100 or 200 miles is just like instantly dead, and then like
Oh, that's not
the
the
ash
whole
cloud
world.
is gonna like pretty much cover the
That's
whole
what I'm
world.
Yeah,
saying.
but then
Put me in the
it gets-
vaporization blast zone. If the whole world is going to be Antarctica for the next millennium, take me out, dude.
Right. That's what I'm wondering,
you could
Are
probably
you,
make it through that though. You'd have some fucking gear.
You have to like go.
I got
Ryan?
my mono suit on.
yeah.
Yeah,
What
there
kind
you
of gear do you, what do you mean?
Do I,
I
look
mean,
like
if
the
the
type
whole
of guy
world's
to...
gonna be Antarctica, like, you just rebuild.
Oh,
dude.
you legit mean snow gear.
Yeah,
Yeah, you'd probably be all right, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I can't believe this dude's like, "Oh, give up." This is like we spend half our life living in Minnesota.
No,
Yeah, not-
in the Antarctic.
No,
Fucking
that's
take
not
them
the
down.
problem, dude. It would kill off like every life form, like every plant,
Yeah, it's just
and
too-
like
it's
pretty
just plain
soon
up
you're
to
living
Good
on
thing we
just
got all this
Twinkies.
processed food,
Yeah,
so we'd be fine.
if you have it.
Like the air outside wouldn't be safe to breathe.
I don't
for
have a goddamn
while.
Twinkies in
Dude,
here.
the
Ryan's wearing his
volcano.
mono suit.
I'm running around the world in my...
Jake and Dave are over there like, thank God we bought all this soup.
Yeah.
No,
One of my dad's really good friends bought, I want to say 100 pounds of rice.
Wow.
Might have even been
I
more.
know,
That's
it's
what
got
he's
to be
gonna
more.
eat
100
is
pounds.
How
rice.
of
much soy sauce did he buy, dude?
Yeah, that's a good question. Better have some yum yum
He's
sauce.
like, I didn't think about
A
that,
lot
dude.
of it.
A lot of rice, and then he bought like 15 ARs.
Okay,
Lucky.
because he's worried about what?
His neighbors coming over and asking him for rice.
So
Word gets out that he's the only
Got
one
that
has
much
food.
rice? Yeah, I mean, you need guns.
All right, so you guys there's a new movie, ironically, about this on Netflix called Leave the World Behind.
Crazy.
And yeah, it's good. They have a bunker in it and all that. I didn't love the ending, but worth the watch. It's kind of what you said. It's like, yeah, I'm going to fight, but it's like, yeah, how much are you going to prepare? You might buy 15 ARs and a bunch of food and build a bunker, and you'll never see more than a dog trying to bite you, as far as danger goes. So that'd be tough. But yeah, I'd on the what would I do? I would fight, but I wouldn't be able to handle much emotionally. Let's say like I'm fighting and I have to watch like Ken gets like bit and we have to like watch him die and I have to watch everyone around me.
You
are stone cold.
You would literally handle it the best.
I would after so much people around me dying, I would get really discouraged, and then like that's what would the emotionally like losing other people around you. If I had a good crew the whole time, I'd be like, we're fighting till the death. But
what's the point of living if like all your homies die?
Yeah,
dude, I think a really good podcast would be with a doomsday prepper in his bunker.
They don't show those things off, dude.
Someone might.
Someone might. The right guy
Someone
won.
might. A flashy doomsday prepper.
Looking for
The
clout.
smart one.
Yeah, some of those guys can like straight up live off of their food for like
Years.
like 50 years.
Wow. That was what I was going to say is that this is more of a terrorist attack, and the whole plan of the terrorist attack was to turn the country into a civil war, which I don't know.
That was the interesting part is it wasn't even a terrorist attack. It was the U.S. trying to tear apart itself.
Okay.
Itself
but yeah, like I don't like to think about that happening, but it kind of is. It's like when someone's in rough shape, like I bring CJ over to the neighbors and the neighbors like, get off my lawn. I'm trying to save me and my family. Like, even though you've known him for 10 years, like just everyone was cutthroat. And then you might get someone that wandered their way from 3 miles away. That's just like, well, let's just kill whoever. Cause I feel like living.
Purge
Yeah,
style.
it goes straight purge.
Yeah. That terrifies me is people turning on each other just to survive.
Makes a guy wonder,
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my hot take. The world starts ending. It's not like the gradual, like, oh, you can maybe make it through, but freaking zombie apocalypse style, like shit's going south. It's not good. You're one of like a couple thousand people left. I'm like, come on, dude, let's rob a plane, go skydiving, no parachute style. Like, let's go out with a bang. I'm not trying to fight off zombies and live in a bunker for my whole life. And I'm sorry if that's a hot take and not the correct answer, but I'm not trying to live in a bunker my whole life.
No, I don't want to live in a bunker.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Fucking Yellowstone goes off. You can't go outside because the whole world is noxious.
Yeah, it is tough. That's a little
toxic fumes
because it is toxic. So you'd have to stay in a bunker. So like you literally have to stay in there. But for the like zombie thing, I personally taking the wuss route and staying in the bunker. If I don't have to like risk dying every day,
there you go. You guys can eat me then.
Yeah,
I'll sacrifice myself for y'all.
Really makes you think.
Yeah, man, I've been watching some heaters lately on Netflix.
I feel like I'm so many good shows behind.
Yeah,
same.
Do you guys have like that list that you put in your notes when someone tells you about a good show, and you've got this list like infinitely long of the shows that you could never watch, but you're sitting at dinner with somebody or drinks and they're like, you got to watch Bodies.
I'll jot it down.
Yeah, for sure, that sounds great. And then you never watch Bodies.
Ryan, you are my list. Every time that I finish a show, I go, what should I watch? I'm gonna ask Ryan.
Ryan's like, well, me and Alondra just watched.
This dude knows. You are so well diverse on what shows you do watch, and you'll know which ones I would like.
For
I
sure.
Appreciate that. It goes back to what you were saying earlier about like being on your phone during a movie. Me and Greta started a series the other day, and she was reading a book on the first episode,
and then get to the second one and go, what's going on?
Get this, dude, get this. I'm actually fired up about this. She was reading her book, right? And I go, are we not watching this then? And she was like, I'm just reading my book. Like you can keep watching this. We've been traveling. I download all these episodes. I'm three seasons in.
Oh, man.
And Greta comes to me last night and goes,
she
goes, we should watch Suits. I go, I've been watching Suits.
We're too deep.
I'm on the third episode.
The third
season. And she was like, we were watching that together. And I was like, no, we weren't. We were not watching that together. You read a book the entire first episode.
Similar scenario where I'm watching the movie. I'm like, I'm liking this movie. It's actually that movie I was just talking about, but liking this movie. And then Sydney was on her phone, and halfway through she goes, "Can we watch something else?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, no problem. I'll finish it later." And then I'm like, I had to watch half of it and get into it the whole time and then turn it off.
Alondra will do this thing when she gets bored with a show. She'll just search up the ending, or if it's really scary,
dude,
we'll
Greta
just
does
Google
that too.
the ending. I'm like, why do that to yourself?
God,
but
interesting.
It's good for her, so I'm like, just don't tell me. Let me live through this moment. But I'm always like, why did you just Google the end of the movie that we've been waiting to see for a long time?
Yeah, or like on Netflix, you can like scroll through the episodes and then like read them, and then and then you can like get keep going season to season. They don't give you much, but they still give you enough to like spoil what you're watching it for.
For sure.
And I was like, what's the point?
Yeah. Well, it's just like the teaser. It's tough. But yeah, I agree. Whenever I'm downloading them for the plane, I like try not to read them.
Yeah,
just click the things.
Same for that Squid Game show I was just talking about. The game show that they did, someone like a news article posted that the winner hadn't gotten her money yet. Yeah. And then everyone's just like, bro, you just outed the win, like, because the episode hadn't quite dropped.
Damn.
Everyone's like, bro, like it dropped maybe the same time they released it, but people didn't have time to watch it. They're like, bro.
All right, so I put out on our story a few weeks ago on the Life Wide Open podcast Instagram, had some people voice memo in if they needed some advice. So
this is fun.
Wow, I love this.
This one's from Weston Hackbarth.
Dude, this is like a radio show.
What do I do if I'm riding my dad's brand new sled around the yard and I try to drift it and I slide it into a tree and it takes out both the skis? Do I call him while he's at work and tell him that I crashed his brand new sled? Or do I try to fix it before he gets home?
Oh, that's tough.
No,
it's just two skis.
You order the parts and then you call him.
Well, first off, you're not gonna fix it if you took out the whole front end.
I love the trying to drift the sled because, like, if you kind of know, like, snowmobiles don't really drift.
No.
And when you try to drift them, they end up going like, tipping over and whatnot. But yeah, I guess if we learned anything, trying to hide, your mistake from your parents, rarely ends well. If it were me, I'd like do what I could to order every part that I need and then be like, I broke it. I don't know if I'm capable of fixing it, but I ordered the parts already.
I feel like in any situation like that, you got to come clean. You're not getting anywhere, no matter what you do, by trying to lie or hide your way out of it.
I definitely wouldn't call him at work. I'd just wait till he gets home and be like, listen, I messed up. And I'm going to take full responsibility for it. I'm going to try and pay for whatever damages I can, if not all of it.
One thing in this day and age, a new snowmobile, it ain't cheap.
Fuck no.
15 plus. So, like, that could be a factor, too.
It's easy to total a sled out, too.
Here's one from Dylan.
Yo, boys. Scenario for you. So I know you guys kind of live in a small town and have had some success. Just wondering kind of how you deal with other people's opinions or how people look at you. Does that stuff get to you or not really? All right. Peace.
It's a good question.
That is, yeah. I mean, we definitely deal with that. There's some haters for sure.
And I'd say general consensus, we don't let it get to us.
Yeah, we don't even
that
care. That
doesn't mean that it never does.
Yeah, we don't
or
care
never
at all.
has.
Yeah.
It's funny though, because you don't see your haters until you have like a little bit of a bobble, and then they come out and they're like, "Oh, I knew they would fail," or like this. So it is always interesting to see, like the people that actually have your back. If shit goes south for an instance, those are the real ones. But like any small town, like you're gonna have like the small-minded people that like they clearly don't want to leave the small town and they don't get what you're doing and they want to just almost like hold you down. I think you're gonna have that literally anywhere that you go. I think the less that you like give a fuck actually what they think, as long as like you're okay with what you're doing. Like if you're not confident in what you're doing, then you're gonna let other people's opinions like get to you. But like when we first started making videos, I think back to it and like I can't believe that like we didn't care about what anyone said or like thought watching these like videos back, because it's like most people's opinions were pretty valid. Like it was like, stupid or like cringy, and but like at the time it's like we didn't care and like didn't let that affect us one bit, and we were so stoked on it. But yeah, I mean, there was plenty of haters.
There's still there. So like, here's an example. I'm not gonna out the restaurant, but there's an owner of a restaurant that we eat at frequently, and he's never said anything to our face, but he talks shit about us to other people, and they've told us, yeah, he's always saying whatever about you guys, and like from my understanding, he's just saying like, oh yeah, those guys are fucking idiots, like they're doing all the, whatever. But there's plenty of stuff he said, but we don't care, and we still even go there and eat all the time. In fact, my plan was next time I see him, just because I've been hearing more and more, is I'm gonna eat and I'm gonna go up and like when I'm walking, I'm like, hey, it was great as always. Appreciate you guys, just
Exactly.
like
To kill him with kindness.
really, because I'm sure he probably doesn't know that I hear that he's talking shit about us.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyways, I mean, you just can't care. That's probably the bottom line on it.
It's easier said sometimes than done, but you really do. You just got to focus on whatever you're doing.
Dude, the only
You're
people
right.
hating are people that are below you.
Very
Straight
true.
up. Like nobody's ever like hating on someone lower than them,
Yeah,
Like the
exactly.
people winning aren't like making fun, like talking down.
Yeah,
on
or they're
other
scared
people.
because you're coming for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
That's the only other
that
reason,
does
I guess.
exist.
But yeah,
Yep.
true.
But yeah, I was gonna say
Good
we
advice.
use this line as a joke and as a real thing. If one of the boys is like screwing something up they're doing, Ben and I might look at each other and go, some people just don't get it, man.
Yeah.
But then we also use that as a real term. Someone's hating, we're like, dude, some people just don't get
They
it,
just
man.
don't get what you're doing.
Yeah.
It is funny though how the tides always turn. Like
Especially in moments of
The bobble, I like what you're saying.
like the bobble,
But-
or when stuff isn't going right.
Yeah.
That's when
People are
they
quick
like
to turn.
quick to then you see their true colors.
Yep.
Let's hear another one.
I just graduated 3 months ago, high school. I've been working 50 hours a week, full-time, as a technician at a Ford dealership. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. My dream was what you guys have. I grew up as a kid always doing YouTube videos. Stopped doing it because everybody told me it was unrealistic. And now I'm trying to join the army, and I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing with my life. It's kind of going to shit, and I don't know what to do, honestly. I haven't been able to get a girlfriend or nothing. Been single. My ex cheated on me one night. Long story short, I don't know what I'm doing. Love you guys.
That's tough.
dude, my advice to him is like 99% of the world doesn't know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
this guy's actually doing something.
Yeah, it sounds
He's
like
working
you're doing
50 hours a week. He wants to go into the military. Like, both of those are extremely honorable.
It sounds
Yeah.
like he wants to make YouTube videos, but he's thinking he should go into the military
And it
because he
does
doesn't
sound-
know what he's doing. But you're right. Most people don't know what the fuck they're doing. We don't know what the fuck we're doing half the time, but we just figure it out as we go. And I think that is actually the biggest thing is figuring it out as you go. It's very easy to be like, oh, I don't know what to do, and then you just stand still. Nothing happens. But if you're like, well, I'm gonna figure it out as I go, and you just start, then you can at least get the ball rolling. It might be a slow roll at first or whatever, but at least you're doing something. But still, yeah, there's literally nothing wrong with what you're already doing.
Exactly.
I mean, working as a technician 50 hours a week, or going into the military, like both those great jobs, man. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing wrong with that. But if you truly want to be a YouTuber, I would say that you should probably maybe keep working, but also start doing YouTube on the side and start evolving and building as a YouTuber. You know, it would start making videos and then focus on making the videos better and just study YouTube and figure
don't
out.
listen to
Don't listen to
he
the haters,
mentioned
man.
that he listen to the haters a little bit.
And yeah, they could sit there and talk shit and say all that stuff, but if you're already doing a job, you can say, well, this is my hobby. I like doing this. Because if you actually do like doing it, that'll be the true testament. It doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah. Yeah. Shit. We worked this and another job for what, like 3-4 years?
3 or 4 years we were
Yeah.
doing both, like working here at night, printing shirts, editing till 2 a.m, and then going to work the next day and or school or whatever you were in. But
Also, it's not as glamorous as, like, you would think that it would be. Like, it's not easy.
no,
It's like becoming, I guess, what's your pinnacle success, like, YouTuber would be. It's not like you're going to have everything figured out. You're not going to have no more money problems. You're going to be working way more than you already are right now. You're probably going to
thinking about it all the time.
You're going to be thinking about it all the time. You're probably still going to have relationship issues because you won't even have time for one. Like,
Yeah, that's
it's,
for sure.
it's not always better on like the other side of the fence. Like the grass isn't always greener.
Truly, like there's a lot of differences, but the only real difference is like you're working for yourself. Other than that, like the work doesn't get any easier.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably the most glamorous side. It's like being able to do what you want, make your own decisions. But as far as like feeling like you've like made it, or like it's you're happier because you're now a YouTuber, like that's not the case. I think it's just doing whatever you want to be doing.
And also, that's a good thing to mention. Not trying to discourage you from doing it, but behind the video that you watch each week on YouTube, there is so much more work and thought that goes into making these things happen than what you see. So like, and not trying to discourage you, and you'll learn that as you start going. If you want to make good videos and videos that are getting, you know, high views, there's a lot more that goes into it than just being funny on camera when it's rolling.
Yep.
And the last thing I'll add, this obviously his kind of goal is to not be a technician at the Ford dealership. However, that among many other, like when you're working for someone else, it is worth walking the walk. So proving yourself with the work you do, it is worth saying to your higher ups that I'm working, like I want a promotion. You don't walk in and say, more. I want a promotion. But yeah, I think I forgot to do that too. Like you just, when you're working for someone else, the boss is rarely ever going to come to you and say, hey,
I want to pay you more.
I want to pay you more. It just doesn't happen. So that's a big part too. Like if you think you're working hard and can show you're working hard, it's not insane to ask your boss for a raise.
And hit up our boy Ken, because he's got a squeaky roof that he really needs fixed.
They're supposedly almost done.
Oh, on his Bronco.
Oh, yeah.
All right. His house?
One more?
Yeah.
It says, okay, this is a sticky one.
Oh, we can't mention any names here because we've got to stay anonymous. But what would happen, or how can I solve this issue if I potentially fucked my best friend's ex-girlfriend and I haven't told him about it?
Yo, we're gonna let
that actually
Mike
goes
handle
back.
this one.
Yeah. Punch him in the face. Next one.
No, he already did it. He's gonna get punched.
To be honest, every situation is different.
That's a different situation.
We don't know what his friend's like, if he's a hothead or if he's a chiller or what.
Yeah, and like what their relationship was like. Like how long have they been broken up for is a big thing. Like has he moved on from her? I mean, definitely hate to say it, man, but not a bro move. But I mean, there's nothing wrong with being sorry about it and coming clean.
For sure.
You know?
It's going to be a lot better coming from you, because otherwise she's going to hold that over.
That's true. Somebody else figures out from somebody else.
It'll probably come out, unless you're lucky. So then, I mean, if you don't say anything and then it comes out, definitely much worse than just coming clean. But if it's like a lot of time has passed.
Man, that is a sticky
Man, if
one,
he's
though.
got an inkling that you did it, and you did, and he's going to, like, it'll just never be the same. So you'd be better off just coming clean.
Godspeed, brother.
Yep. Yeah, I'm enjoying these.
Talking to a girl. I already met her parents, and it's only been a week, but I'm not completely sure if I like her, and I'm going off to college, so I don't know, and I feel bad if I break things off with her after I just met her parents.
Man, if you're not feeling it,
if he's
just
not
end
head
it
over
now,
heels,
man.
Yeah, man.
As far as going into college, if he's not like head over heels, you know, like can't stop thinking about her,
it doesn't get any easier.
let her down easy, soldier.
Or you could just let it kind of play out and see where it goes.
Yep.
I mean, that's not
true.
to me. It's not that big of a deal, but I guess it's different. It's situational. Like me and your this girl's parents. Like if you just
Yeah, I
went
don't
like
think
especially if you're in high school
Yeah.
and like you went over to her house to hang out and you were like, hey, you know, not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
It's only been a
long
week.
Scheme of things.
That's nothing
For sure.
I wouldn't let the parents hang
that's
up your
not
decision like
It's not
that.
that big of a deal.
I've heard that before, and people are like, "Oh yeah, like I met the parents like right away," and I'm like, "Oh yeah, around here we just call that like normal, you know, like
hanging out.
Yeah,
like going. Yeah,
nice to meet you." And then I don't think they.
I think maybe if you were older, let's say you lived in a different city and you meet this girl
You go
out at the
home.
restaurant, and then you go to
end up
her
meeting.
hometown and like meet him and eat dinner. Like that's much more official. But like if you just it depends on how you met him, which sounds like it was pretty casual. One
And-
week is nothing.
And they're in high school.
Dude's
so they're
just
younger.
like, dude's just like, I don't want to be with her, but I already met her parents, so I'm gonna have to marry her. Just spends the rest of his life because 1 week.
But
As parents meet him and they're like, that dude's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe
And he's
they're
like-
hoping it doesn't work out.
And the worst part was they were kind of mean to me.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it's a tough spot, but I feel like you do a lot of maturing and growing in college, and it wouldn't be the worst time to be single or start a new
It's
chapter in your
situational,
life. It's
but yeah.
situational. Who knows what's going on? Maybe we're going to read that and they're like, we got married 10 years later. I don't know, man. But I wouldn't let the parents, that's the best advice. I wouldn't let the parents hold up your
Just see
decision.
where it plays out, man.
You
Just
two do your thing.
Don't take it too serious and see where it goes.
Mm-hmm.
No
Good
need,
advice,
no need
boys.
to make a solid, like, right now decision. But
Damn, that was pretty
That
fun.
was fun.
yeah, I
That's
like
fun.
doing
Good
that.
advice,
We're
boys.
going to do that, I think, from.
Yeah, send in more. We have a Instagram, and just send in a voice recording of your questions or advice, or they don't have to be serious. They
Funny,
don't have to
whatever,
be about anything in particular, and we'll do our best to give you advice about it. And also, we have like 2,000 subscribers left to go, less than that, I believe, actually, to hit
1 million.
200K
200K.
on the podcast,
High
which would be
hopes.
pretty sweet.
That would be
pretty
nice.
sweet.
We've been lingering at that 190 area for
Yeah.
a while now. So tell your friends, tell your family members, tell your friends' family members. Hit the subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank
Yeah.
you for listening.
Peace.
I mean, steal your grandma's phone at
Yeah,
Christmas.
we rip
even.
one of these
Yeah.
every week.